Hello, I'm RJ City, and you are listening to the MonsterCast. You're going to talk about Bela Lugosi. They're going to talk about Lon Chaney Jr. He'd be so sad holding his hat saying, please put me in this room and don't unlock the door. And you can't do any better than the Dahl brothers. Jack and Ryan, they're brothers, but they're also bros. What? Pardon? Wrestling. Well, who the hell wants to talk about wrestling? These are horror movies. It's a deep genre. It's a smart genre. Fantastic actors. Fantastic cinematography. Wrestling is just sweating and fireworks and bouncy ropes. There's nothing. So how can you talk about that every week? All right. Let's see them try. Take it away, you crazy dolls.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful here. You're watching the MonsterCast with Jack and Ryan. A big shout out to those fellas. Good people. Check them out.
Jake and Brian. Brandon Cutler here from AEW, and I hope you guys have an awesome podcast with the MonsterCast. What was that? Your name is Jack and Ryan? Shut up, Jack and Ryan.
Wrestling podcast? How fucking original.
I mean, you're welcome.
Here's your host of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster Jack and Ryan.
Tony Khan making big news again. You love to see it. You love to see it. As an AEW sexual like myself and Ryan over there.
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What's the name for like New Japan fans? Just weebs? You're a weeb.
To enthusiasts.
No, you're just a weeb. And so you got the E-drones, the AEW sexuals, and the weebs. So Ryan's a weeb.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you call Stardom fans?
Weebs? Sister promotion.
Sister weeps.
Sister weebs.
Weeb sisters.
Actually, probably bigger weebs than New Japan, honestly.
Yeah.
Since it's even lesser known. Oh, I stayed up at 3 a.m. to watch Stardom. I don't even like New Japan. I'll watch Stardom.
Just his weebs.
Yeah, belly. Alright, so anyway. Huge news coming out of the AEW camp yet again. And you love to see it. This time, the rumor is that AEW and WB Discovery have reached a deal that will potentially be announced this week, by the way, according to Tony Khan on Dynamite. And by the way, Bix, he got the fucking network correct. He meant TNT. So just so everybody knows, he didn't mess up the network name, because everybody thought he was supposed to say TBS, but that wasn't the case. But the deal is rumored by a guy on the WON message boards, correct?
Ryan Friedland, I think. Yeah.
5 years and $1 billion, and that's to have everything. That's to have AEW Dark and Elevation to be included into like the library, because it'll be on the streaming service, pay-per-views as well, and of course Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. Now that was the first rumor that came out, and then there was something else that Brian Alvarez had said that Ryan's going to explain to you right now so he can get in on the show. But either way, huge news if true. The announcement is expected sometime next week, as Tony Khan said, and probably will be on the 17th for the Warner upfronts. But go ahead.
Alvarez's wasn't a rumor, it was his guess as to what it probably is, just based on market conditions and the little bit that he has heard and stuff like that. Obviously, Collision is a done deal, but he thinks the deal is more of a $300 million over 3 years, which is obviously a lot different than $1 billion over 5. But
doesn't that kind of directly go against the whole thing when they said at the very first thing that we ever heard was, hey, WB is paying them $52 million just for Collision. So they're paying them over half of the $100 million a year for Collision, and the rest of it's going to be for Dynamite Rampage? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Maybe. I don't know. But the taping schedule is apparently going to change too as part of this, because Collision, from what I've heard, Collision is supposed to also be a taped show, which is going to be rough because a lot of the problem right now with Rampage is that it's taped, so people don't feel the need to watch it. They could just read the results.
See, that's completely opposite of what I heard. I heard it was going to be Rampage, it was going to be taped, and Ring of Honor was going to be taped. Rampage was going to be linked with Dynamite, and Collision was going to be the live show with Ring of Honor taped.
Yeah, could be that too. I've heard it both ways, so I guess we'll know on Wednesday. But right now, there's just not a lot of any solid information at all. And I imagine
will be after this week.
I imagine even on Wednesday, you may still not have numbers or anything yet. You'll probably hear, here's the shows, here's the banner that they're going to be under, here's how we're going to do our schedule or whatever at most. But on television, I don't think Tony Khan is going to announce it like, oh yeah,
I totally
$X
agree
billion
with that.
deal for however.
Yeah,
it'll
for sure.
come out some other way.
100% agree with that. He's not going to come out there with the contract and sign it on the fucking air or anything. Like,
Put up on the big fucking ramp screen. $1 billion for 5 years, baby.
But even away from this show and away from Twitter, I don't really give a fuck about the numbers. What I want to hear is the announcement for Collision officially. I want to hear if you're actually bringing Punk back. I want to hear what's going on with Miro and Thunder Rosa. I want to hear all that shit and who's actually going to be where. That's what I want.
That is one piece of information that Alvarez had that was not a rumor that he had confirmed. The tagline for the first Collision is apparently the second coming. So.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what the tagline is, because the tagline is going to be for that one episode, and then no one cares. That's literally irrelevant information that I do not give a shit about.
Well, no, that's speaking to whether or not Punk is going to come back.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I want to know more information than that. I just want them to announce the fucking show officially. I want to see the logo. I want to see tangible shit announced. Wow. That's what I want. But yes, I agree with you that he's definitely not. Tony Khan has never been a dude that announces numbers unless he gets peeved off on Twitter, and then he fucking just throws out numbers like it's a goddamn calculator and making everybody look fucking stupid because he just gets tired of people saying shit that's not true.
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch. All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.